What's up, crypto kids, profit seekers? How y'all doing today? Let's talk a little DeFi, just talking, hanging out. Be a little bit of a rambly video, but got a couple things I need to do, want to show you, and there's just a lot going on. Video is primarily going to be focused on the KuCoin blockchain, KCC, and then also the Fantom. And, you know, you lump in other blockchains or whatnot, but here's a new farm over here on the KuCoin chain, and looks, you know, it's your typical fork of pancake swap or whatever, and nothing special. But they do look like they're going to have this here earns over 75% in farms, KSF swap, decentralized AMM and yield farming, staking, KFO, and many more on KuCoin community chain. So that looks pretty interesting. A lot going on the KuCoin smart chain, which is very cool. Here's kind of what happens with the with these DeFi tokens, and why you see these big blast offs, right? Where you see, like, you know, some of these DeFi chains, or these different layer ones, and by layer ones I mean, like, you know, all of the big major smart contract platforms, right? Which Cardano is going to try to jump into the hoop already, but because Cardano has a Charles Hotchkins and has all these universities and has all these other things going for it, they are kind of a special case all amongst themselves, and we'll see what happens there and how complex and deep their the contracts can be supported currently on ADA when that launches. We don't know for sure, but we'll know soon enough, and Cardano could become a major player. But here's where I'm getting to this. What happened with the Binance Smart Chain, and why the price blew the hell up, and why you're seeing this happen over and over again with these other chains that are the layer ones, right? And you could do like the layer one musical chair act, where jumping around between each layer one as they're pumping, as something's launching, or as something major happens, or whatever, waiting for the pump and then dump it after it does pump. You can certainly make out well with your Fantom, Solana, and even what we're hoping will happen on some of these other, exchange chains, right? Like the KuCoin chain. We would love to see that happen for the CoinEx chain. We'd love to see that happen for the Who chain. But right now they don't have the traction that the KuCoin chain and Fantom have. And why is that important? What I'm trying to get to here is you get this like second wave of lockup, right? So right now, like if you go to Pancake Swap, right? Like, so what happened with Pancake Swap is, because you could go in here to all these farms, and all these farms were paired with BNB, right? BNB. In order for people to bring all their cryptos over here, bring, whatever it is, they want to bring their BitTorrent over here and lock it up with BUSD, and I think these are all earning cake, right? But whatever, that you have to bring it over here and lock it up, and the coins get locked up. What are most of these pools in? 90% of these pools are all in BNB. Well, same thing's happening over on Fantom and over on the KuCoin smart chain, and it's happening because they're building their stuff being built, and that's not happening on like the CoinEx chain. It's not happening on some of these other chains. And you could see and that's why it's important to see where stuff is being built, because the more stuff that gets built on a chain and is built by, people who, especially good people, like, solid teams that will bring in big money, because big names who are trusted will bring in big money, right? That's the type of thing we look for, to drop in some large cash into some sort of, DeFi pool. You're looking for, everyone will drop in millions into Aave, into Curve, into all these different DeFi protocols. And so what happens with these different chains is, when they start locking up all this BNB, Well, the supply, it does good things to the supply and demand, and the price goes way the hell up. Well, that's right now is happening on Fantom, and that is right now happening on the KuCoin smart chains, right? So as new things like this KSF swap launch, and I don't plan to get into this farm because I haven't really studied it and I don't know a lot about it, and they're late to the game and there's other people ahead of it, and I can actually get to hear from the aggregator known as, if it will load here, Kukafe. Kukafe will aggregate straight into wherever that was we were just at. What was it? KSF swap right here. At first, I dismissed Kukafe right off the bat because it was kind of sloppy. It was a simple fork and didn't seem to have much going for it. Didn't have an IDO or anything like that. And so, I certainly wasn't into their own coin, which is represented by this little espresso here, cafe, right? And here's all the other things you can get involved with from the different chains, right? And KuDex, that's probably the most trusted one, the one I like the most. You can get into all their pools straight from here, and they will compound them for you. Now you're taking on a little extra risk because now you're having to trust Kukafe and you're having to trust KuDex, right? But these guys do aggregate for you, and they will auto compound. And so if you're looking to save a little time and earn a little extra by not compounding it yourself, this is a good place to do it. But you have that additional layer of risk, right? But with everything that's going on here, Kukafe is making the biggest push to be the pancake swap, with all these, how they're aggregating all the other swaps that have been built up here. And look at all these. You have Bone Swap, Coffee Swap, KSF Swap, all sorts of different swaps going on. KuSwap and KuDex are probably the two biggest one, followed by this one right here that we're on, Kukafe. Now, the same people who do KCC Pad, which also do Tron Pad, which also they're actually launching ETH Pad soon, but they were best known for BSC Pad. All of them are launching. They are launching a swap. And they have like two swaps that are coming, and one of them is actually pretty interesting. Kind of got like proprietary technology, like an ORN, Orion protocol, or a PDEX, where they're aggregating multiple different, bringing things cross-chain. They're a bridge. They're also, a liquidity protocol, and a whole bunch of other things going on. KCC Pad is launching that right now. Take a look at that. See, view all projects, buy on Pancake Swap, buy on KCC Swap. Got us a signal. Looks like we all made some money. Buy on KCC Swap. Let's see, buy on Pancake Swap. View all projects. Here's their upcoming projects. Oh, looks like they have an NFT launching. Cross swapped. Project's closed already, but this is the one I was talking about. This is the one that's kind of like an Orion type of protocol where it has a bridge, a swap, and look at it, can bridge across every major network into one single platform. So this is like a advanced protocol type of stuff, and this was their first launch. This was their first big launch. Filled up quick, everyone was interested. And what happens with things like this, and why I think KuDex is also interesting, and things like this where they have a launch pad. See, they have this launch pad. I've learned enough from these DeFi protocols that if they have this launch pad built into them, every time they're about to launch something, the price of the native token, in this situation, it's KUD, rises, right? It happens on Uswap all the time, which is on the Tron blockchain. But every time that they launch an IDO, right? They launched this corn not long ago. Every time that happens, because you have to purchase the IDOs in the native platform's coin, right? So in order to get into the IDOs here on Uswap, you have to pay with UME. So every time one of these things launches, one of these IDOs launches, it gives you an opportunity to sell your coins, right? So you're holding all these coins, you're building up all these coins, maybe you're staking them in a pool, it's not a bad idea to drop them out of that pool when they go to launch something. When they go to launch something, everyone needs these native tokens in order to buy into the launch, right? And everyone wants to get on the launch because it's the lowest possible price. But maybe those people aren't really interested in KUD. They just need it to get into the launch pad. Well, that gives you an opportunity to sell. So when you see one of these protocols that also has a launch pad built in, that's a bonus. That's a good thing. And it gives you an opportunity, you know, an almost guaranteed place to come and sell, right? These guys recently launched this IKU, and I didn't get in on that, but I did, you know, sell a little bit of KUD while that was launching. So that worked out just fine for me. And I've been harvesting quite a bit over here, and I'm waiting for the price to hit 0.15 before I sell, and up till then I'm just grabbing up my KUD at the moment. So as these guys with all their farms, you know, they start locking up all this KCS, because a lot of this is needed in KCS, right? KCS here, you got a couple other pools in KCS. The platform is weighed out in KCS, so that causes KCS to get locked up more, and that is going to cause the price of KCS to go up. Fantom the same way, and that is why we saw that huge rise in Fantom, because they have so much going on there. Let me show you this thing real quick. A lot of you are probably already familiar with this, but this is RugDoc. These guys are they're a pretty good little place. They're basically check the code and code only. They don't check teams and stuff like that. They do KYC people. If the people want to KYC to them, that will give you an additional verification here. And it does give you, you know, it lets you know that they can't just rug pull, and it gives you like everything about, right? If we come to Reaper Finance here, you can read all about it. They gave them a high risk warning, and they said it's warning because, and I don't agree with the way they do everything. Like, these guys maybe shouldn't have got a high risk warning, and a lot of this was because these guys couldn't understand the complexity of what it says. But it tells you where it's forked. It was forked from Beefy Finance, has upgradable vaults, independent contracts for each wallet, no overall master chef. And they go through and they tell you all the little holes that they see as they see them. But if they don't understand something, they give it immediate high risk. And they got some other real catty things they do. They're kind of a catty bunch, but they do, you know, check the codes. And that's an important thing. So you can come over here and see what's being built. And really, you almost need a, like, if a chain's not on RugDoc, and you know, it's probably nothing's being built on it, right? So it's good to, because it's over here, eyeballs are on it. You got AVAX farms, Polygon farms, and then there's other farms here. You just come down here and filter by network. They're, you know, Harmony, OKX chain, the KuCoin smart chain right there, Fantom, Polygon, BSC, Avalanche. BSC obviously has the most. Avalanche is kind of the newest one popping off, but Avalanche actually has more stuff on it than almost anything else. It's actually pretty interesting. But so let's click on Fantom here, and let's click on the KuCoin smart chain, and that's all we're going to be looking at. We'll filter by risk. Least risk is absolutely no fun. That's going to be pretty much no one. Click a couple of those, and this will give you some things to choose from, right? Okay, so this stuff is just on those two chains only, right? And it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things being built, a lot of things being loaded, you know, that people are having to load Fantom in, that people are having to load Reaper Farm. See, they give even things that are pretty solid, like Tomb Finance is probably the most solid thing out there. They're, you know, loaded, they're in conjunction with their, like, with Spooky Swap, which is the #1 exchange on Fantom. Of all Fantom, this is the #1 exchange, Spooky Swap, and still RugDoc gives them like medium risk, so or something ridiculous. Let's see, where's Spooky Swap on here? We'll find it. And let's just get rid of KCC. There's Spooky Swap there. Spooky Swap. Okay, they gave him low risk. Okay, thank goodness. I thought they had him higher than that, but even that would be. See, so, you know, they gave Tomb Finance some risk. Let's see what they think the problem is with Tomb Finance. Tomb Finance team has asked me to update this review to mention that the dummy token they created for the hot FX cannot be used to secretly stake due to the burn after mint. And like I say, they get catty down to the little tiny things, and these people have to come and like fight for their which is cool. It's cool they have enough power to do that. But algorithmic stablecoin projects based on cash on FTM that aims to peg FTM rather than to USD. I love Spooky Swap, and I really everything on Fantom Chain is based, Phantom Opera, and people have gone all Frankenstein Swap or whatever. It's all gone Halloween, but here is Spooky Swap. Let's switch my wallet over. I think I'm on KCC right now. No, I'm on Fantom. So right here, you come down, Phantom Opera. You have this is the CoinEx chain, KuCoin Smart Chain, all that good stuff. So we want to be on Phantom Opera at the moment. And I plan to bring over a lot more Fantom than I've been trading over in Bitsgap, and I'm going to get it working here. I'm just jumping into the Fantom Tomb pool. Tomb is a token that is a stable coin linked to Fantom, so you don't have too much risk of impermanent loss, and then you can take those out like what I do over here on KuDex, right? Here, I'll just show this to you real quick. I'm in a whole bunch of farms, right? One sec, let's switch that guy over to KCC. Okay, KuCoin. There we go. Press okay, connect me. Nope, don't want to log out. Okay, so it shows my pools, right? I'm in this pool here, KUD BNB. I'm in this pool, KUD BUSD. Anything where it says harvest instead of approved contract, I'm in that one, right? So none of those. I'm in these two. I'm in this one. And I have all these pumping out in KCS, or pumping out in KUD, right? It holds these two coins in there, pumps out in KUD. A less risky way to go would be to come into this ETH pool and this BTC pool, and these are killer rates right now. Those will go down, but as those pump out, you're pumped out in KUD, but you don't have much risk with, impermanent loss and that type of stuff. You also have a BNB KCS pool here that pumps out quite well at 121.96%. So not as good as those, but it pumps out in KUD, and you don't have to worry about like the impermanent loss of having one of these pools that is based in KUD on one side, because you have a good chance of impermanent loss there, right? So I have all those pumping out. Then I go to the pool that is based in the KUD, and I collect all those here, right? I've got the 24,000 here, and then so I harvest out of my farms, I put it in the pool. Then I take what comes out of this pool and I sell it for whatever, whatever. But that's how my flow is coming out of there. So the same thing I would be doing over on Tomb Finance. And you can actually have it switch your thing for you. But over here on Tomb Finance, I'm in the Tomb, and that's the T-share pool. So I am in the Tomb, which is a stablecoin based on Fantom. I'm in the Tomb Fantom pool, and I have that paying out T-shares. Then I have all my T-shares loaded into the T-shares, and the T-share pays out more Tomb. And then I just, either sell that Tomb, put it on another platform, whatever. It's Fantom, right? I can stake it, earn more of it. This one's paying out huge. This one's paying out very small, but you get them working together. And overall, it's certainly pumping out the, not as it was when it first launched, but it is certainly pumping out the Fantom quite well. So one thing about CoinEx. CoinEx has the Fantom chain in the back, so you can transfer on the Fantom chain. If you want to transfer Fantom, it's like 0.01 Fantom to send any amount. So you can send like $1 million for pennies on the Fantom blockchain. That's pretty cool. But on KuCoin, if you want to send your Fantom out, they force you to send it on the Ethereum blockchain, and that's super expensive at the moment. It's like 50 or 60 Fantom to send it at all. So I need to convert my Fantom over into USDT, send that over on the Tron blockchain, which is TRC20, so the USDT on that. Send that over for basically for free over to CoinEx and or wherever, and then switch that into Fantom, and then send the Fantom for free over to my Fantom wallet instead of paying those ridiculous Ethereum blockchain fees. So in order to do that, we can make some money while we do it. So I'm starting with 7,541 Fantom, and I'm gonna get me a BitsGap bot going. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to turn off this dash KCS bot for now. Close the bot, keep all the dash. We're going to open up a Fantom bot on USDT, because right now I have no USDT. I've cleared it all out, so I know that I'm starting with nothing. So I know exactly what's going on. See, I've cleared out the USDT. You see there's only $11 there. That's the same as nothing. So we're going to go over here, and I just locked it up in a cheeky trade so that I know that it's locked up. And that's one way to lock up your funds so you don't have to worry about them being bought up, is you can lock them up in some trade that will never happen, and it'll take them off the books. Or you can use a sub account. Clearly there's multiple ways to go. Anyway, let's go here. So we want to set up a Fantom USDT bot. Come down here, press on Fantom, go to USDT, let it trade for a while. Then when we close it out, we'll sell it all into USDT, and I'll do limits though, because you don't want to let the bot sell it all for you. It sells it. Slippage is a terrible, terrible thing. So 1.2, 32 gig. Now let's get that tighter. I really don't want. What do I have? A lot of Fantom, almost no USDT. So let's do something like that. And we'll let that trade. And then I'll get that all shifted over into my MetaMask, over to Tomb Finance, and get that going there. There's lots of videos out on how to use Tomb Finance and what it is all about. I love algorithmic-based stable coins and all that type of stuff. I just find it super fascinating and terribly interesting. Certain things going on in the over on KuDex. The most recent, of course, is they launched that IKU and all that good stuff. So anyway, there is a hell of a lot going on, and I thought I would just take you with me for a minute and do a little chit chat about everything going on. If you need anything more specific, like a how-to video on how to do any other stuff, please let me know. I'll be glad to do it, take a look at it, and all that good stuff. But lots going on the KuCoin smart chain. It's blowing up. I think the token is going to go to $20 in short order. And I think that Fantom is going to blow up too. And so both of them are pretty strong performers, and farming the hell out of them. And I plan to keep doing it. Anyway, like, subscribe, all that jazz, crypto music. Just a quick little chatty, rambly video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.